To be joined online by the Canadian sprinter Andre de Grasse, who won a silver Olympic medal in the 200 meters in Rio de Janeiro in 2016, and won a 100 meters bronze medal as well in the 100 meters in Rio de Janeiro 2016. And I suppose, Andre, if I can start off by taking you back right to your early childhood, back to growing up in Canada, and can I just start off by asking you, was running and sprinting always your first love, or being a Canadian, were you into ice hockey or basketball or American football?
Coming from Canada, definitely, we grew up playing ice hockey, but I also my first love was basketball. So I grew up playing, soccer and basketball most of my life. Ice hockey wasn't that much. I mean, when I was maybe, in elementary school, from the ages maybe from 5 to 10, you would just play around a little bit with like ice hockey. But as I got older and I got more competitive, I was playing soccer and basketball. So definitely I would say basketball was my first love. I played that all the way up until I was 17, 18 years old, and that's when after that I kind of got into track and field after that, around that age.
Yeah, and I suppose, Andre, growing up, when did you had you always a keen interest, or did you always know, participating in sport, that you were particularly fast, or you're naturally fast-footed, or athletic, and was there signs of your quickness for growing up early on that you thought, hold on a second here, I'm actually very fast?
No, not at all. I mean, the story behind it was, my friend just, invited me to a track meet, and, I was just going out there to just have fun and race him. But I figured he was the fast guy, and I was just going out there just joking around and seeing if I could challenge him. Then the coach, Tony Sharp, one of my coaches, my former coaches, discovered me, and he told me I had a talent, and I didn't really believe him at the time. But as I got older and got into the sport a little bit more, I developed some habits, and I was able to run fast and get into meets and race people who have been doing this sport for a period of time. So I guess it was kind of just in me, maybe genetics. My mom always used to tell me that she used to run in high school, so I guess that was kind of a hidden talent for me. So to be able to run fast. I mean, I know I was, played soccer, played basketball, and I was a little bit quick on the court or on the field, but definitely didn't think I would be fast. I would be fast to be able to do athletics in track and field and be one of the fastest in the world. Definitely didn't think that.
And I suppose, Andre, growing up in Canada, I suppose USA is renowned for its sprinters going back through the generations, like Michael Johnson, Maurice Green, to name a few. But the one sort of pioneer for Canada athletics going back through the 90s was Donovan Bailey. And when you started off maybe taking up running there at maybe 17, 18, was Donovan Bailey a sort of an icon or a sort of role model to you in relation to Canadian athletes, the sprint field that had gone on and become a world famous name?
I mean, definitely. I mean, I was 2 years old at the time when Donovan Bailey, won a gold medal, and same with Michael Johnson. But I hear a lot of stories from family and friends, and it was pretty awesome to, hear of those stories, especially coming from Canada, like, they're winning a gold medal. So definitely it was great to, just get advice from him and hear his story. So, I mean, it's definitely a huge honor to, be in a conversation where I can be a gold medalist one day and bring back for my country. So it's definitely fun. It's definitely great to hear stories like that coming from Michael Johnson and Donovan Bailey.
Yeah, and I suppose, Andre, you mentioned there your first race was in 2006, and a decade later you're competing in the Olympics in Rio de Janeiro. But when you started off that sort of track, going down that sort of running career and taking on in relation to college, did your whole sort of lifestyle change in relation to your in relation to what you ate, what you slept, in relation to your day-to-day life, sort of a gym, sort of cardio training schedule? Did you have to sort of flip your whole lifestyle in a switch to get that sort of serious and get where you want to be?
Yeah, I mean, I had to do a lot of those things. I mean, sacrifice a little bit, definitely had to make sure, I was hydrated, nutrition-wise, do all the right things to prepare for the Rio Olympics. So definitely, I just had to make a lot of sacrifices, make sure that I was, getting the right sleep, make sure that everything was going right in training. So yeah, definitely, those are the things that I kind of just had to do. I kind of try to take my mind a little bit off of the race as well, just do, watch movies, play video games, just be regular. So yeah, I mean, that was kind of the whole model behind it. And then, of course, yeah, when it was over, life changed a bit.
Yeah, and I suppose you showed really good form in relation to your collegiate career and sort of amateur career before you became professional. You were a Pan-American champion in the 100 metres and 200 metres and a Canadian record holder. But I suppose the real sort of breakout year for you was in 2013 in the Canadian Games, where you won 3 gold medals, 100 metres, 200 metres and 4x100 metres. And I suppose that's 3 years before the Olympics, and you're now the top dominant athlete in relation to Canada in 2013. So that made the 2016 Olympics a real possible target for you, that sort of year that you had in 2013.
So I missed it. So what was the question? I missed your question a little bit.
I suppose, Andre, the breakout year for you in relation to preparing you for the 2016 Rio Olympics was in 2013 in the Canadian Games, where you won 3 gold medals, the 100 metres, the 200 metres and the 4x100 metres.
Right, yeah.
And you were a Pan-American champion in the 100 metres and 200 metres. So that was really set you up nicely for the run into the Rio Olympics. Now, you were the number 1 athlete in Canada at the time, and you're beginning to become a name out there as a potential future contender.
Yes, definitely. I mean, it built a lot of confidence that year in 2015. Just being a great athlete in the collegiates, and then winning the Pan American Games, and then going to the World Championship and winning the bronze medal. It just gave me a lot of confidence moving forward to, saying that I can be one of the best athletes in the world, and that I can, just go out there and do my best for my country and for my family. So definitely just giving that confidence, having a lot of motivation, and then just a lot of inspiration from people around me. Just helped me build, build my way to Rio, so that I can, do great things and try to come away with, medals.
Yeah, and I suppose May 2015 and the Pac-12 was the first time you broke the 10-second mark, 9.97 seconds, and I suppose that was a real indication of signs to come. And did you feel that you could go faster once you broke the 10 seconds? Did you feel maybe 9.8, 9.7 were a target once you finally got underneath that 10-second mark?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's, that was one of my goals, to break the 7-second barrier. But when I broke that, I tried to set more goals for myself and say that, I can run faster, I can be better. So I just have to continue to keep working hard, training hard, and practice to be able to break those barriers. So yeah, when I'm still chasing the Canadian record of 984. That's one of my goals, to be able to do that. But just knowing that I've run 9.7 or 9.8 wind assisted. Just know that my body's able to do that. You know, if I get the right conditions, the right weather, and just the right race, being technically sound to be able to do that.
Yeah, and I'll bring you on now to what everyone remembers Andre de Grasse most memorably, and the 2016 Rio Olympics was the 100 metres and the 200 metres. The story of it was really, all the talk was about Usain Bolt and Justin Gatlin, but no one knew of Andre de Grasse on a global stage. No one had heard of him, and it was a really sort of a coming out party for you. In the heat, you ran 10.04, semi-finals 9.92, your fastest time in the 100 metres, and the final itself, getting there, being on the line with Usain Bolt and Justin Gatlin, who've been going head to head for over 10 years, and to get in that sort of party and come 9.91 seconds to get that sort of bronze medal. But just your memories alone, if we can talk about them, of the Olympics and that final, getting out into the block, all the crowd watching you, you're facing that gun, it's about to go off, and what was going through your head at that time?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a lot of great memories. Running with Usain Bolt and Justin Gatlin, but yeah, I mean, just going through my head. I was just trying to go out there and execute the race. I was a little bit nervous in the first round, but once I got it going and I got the feel and I figured out and just got into the flow of the game. That's when everything just started clicking for me. So definitely, it was just a memorable experience, and just being there and racing in that Olympic Stadium, just an awesome feeling, and it was just a huge honor to be able to just represent my country.
And when you hit that line, did you know straight off that you had finished third, or was there a bit of doubt or a hesitation? Did you have to stop for a minute and see where you had come, or did you see Gatlin and Bolt ahead of you, and did you thought for a second that you might have split them, or in relation to come second, or what was that general sort of reaction or the euphoria when you crossed that line?
Yeah, when I crossed the line, I mean, I didn't know where I was. I knew that Usain had won the race, but I couldn't really tell if I was, second, third, fourth. Everything was just so close. It was a little bit of a blur. So I had to wait and look up at the sun and wait for my name to pop up. So definitely, when I saw my name pop up for the third place and I won the bronze medal, it was just a sign of relief and excitement. So definitely it was, I was able to be like, wow, this is a great feeling. And, and I just remember like in the middle of the race, just trying to just pump my heart and just try to lean. But I don't have a good lean. So I was hoping that somehow that I would just be able to get on that podium. So when I saw my name, that was just a great, amazing feeling.
Yeah, and I suppose you were, let us not forget our audience, you were running in the 200 metres as well, and you have that euphoria of the 100 metres, and normally that excitement sort of can curtail from other events, but you sort of were able to bottle that emotion and bottle that sense of joy and still compete in the 200 metres. And how exhausting, draining was that for you physically and emotionally? But also you surpassed your bronze medal. You got a silver medal in the final, running a personal, the semi-final ran a record in 19.80, a Canadian record, but the final itself coming second, 20.02, and now you're a sort of a double sort of Olympic champion in the space of matter of days.
Yeah, it was just a surreal feeling. I mean, I couldn't believe that I'd won, not just one medal, but two medals in the sprint. So, and nobody has ever, done that for the country since 1928 by Percy Williams. So that was just a huge honor to be able to do that. And then of course, later on in the next couple of days, just break a national record set by Donovan Bailey and the rest of those guys in the 4x100 meter relay. So to be able to win 3 Olympic medals in my first Olympics, it was just a great feeling. I mean, I couldn't believe I had done that, and it was just, I had no words to really describe it at the time. But I mean, I didn't know exactly what I've done, because you're on the inside, you don't know what's going on the outside. But when I got home and I got home to my country, it was just a crazy feeling.
Yeah, and I know, Andre, things are beginning to click for you again now in 2019. You're beginning to find that form again that you had in 2016. You ran at 17th of June. This year you ran a season's best in the Diamond League 200 metres, and you had a real good placement again in the 18th of August, finishing in the top 5. But you're beginning to get back into that mojo after probably the 2 lowest points in your career in terms of injury in 2017 and 2018, injuring the hamstring twice in successive point. It curtails what was supposed to be a sort of a domination from you. And how sort of frustrating was that for you? And how that low point, was it mentally hard? Was it physically draining for you and sort of your family, trying to battle through that sort of pain, just wanting to get out on the track and seeing everyone come and dominate, and there's nothing you can do about it? You're trying to rediscover that form from injury, and that sort of period, that layout, was it sort of the hardest point in your career so far?
Yeah, definitely. It's probably one of the lowest points in my career, because I never got injured before in the sport. So definitely just trying to battle through that and trying to get rehab and make sure that I'm back to back getting healthy. That was a tough point for me. But I had to have a lot of patience through it. Not trying to get too ahead of myself. Make sure that I do all the necessary things to try to get back. So definitely, I saw a little bit of different motivation in me, because I had to just keep going, keep working hard so I can get back. But I know I'm feeling good now, and I'm happy to be back on the track and running good. So definitely, it was a good sign of relief to be able to be back on the track running and being healthy again.
Yeah, and I suppose in 2019 you made sort of career decisions. You moved to Jacksonville from Phoenix, and you took up a new coach in Stuart. So you left Stuart McMillan, took up a new coach in Rana Ryder, and that has seen you move up through the ranks in relation to be a real contender again. And what sort of little changes has Rana Ryder brought to you that has helped you so far to come on a real sort of streak of form in 2019 again?
Yeah, everyone has a different philosophy, but definitely, just being injured for the past couple of years, I had to try to make a change and try something different. So making a change and going to Reina, I felt like it was a good decision for me. She's had a lot of success with a lot of great athletes. So definitely just trying to go there, try new things, have a positive mindset. So for me, it's been going good. I've been learning a lot of new things I've never done before. Training is a bit different, but it's all about it's all about just trying to go out there and just try to do the best that I can, and I can try to get back and be on the podium at the World Championship.
And finally, just on a final note, Andre de Grasse, I suppose heading into the next Olympics, and people will say that Usain Bolt has gone from the 100 metres. Justin Gatlin, even though he's been around the time, maybe his time has come in relation to peak performances. How do you think the 100 metres stacks up now? Is it as competitive as ever in terms of quality, in terms of Johan Blake, Adam Jamili, Darnell Hughes, Rubino, Christian Coleman, yourself. Are we going to see in the next Olympics, are we going to see maybe 7, 8 real contenders that step up on that final, that all have a real genuine chance of winning a gold medal or a silver medal and a bronze medal? Do you think that time of Usain Bolt and Justin Gatlin domination of the event where they're finishing 1-2 on consecutive basis, do you think that time is gone now and we're going to see a much more open 100 metres? And is that your ultimate goal, the next Olympics, gold medal around the neck of Andre de Grasse?
Yeah, the plan. I mean, I want to win an Olympic gold medal. So definitely, I just got to keep working hard for it. But yeah, I mean, to answer your first question, yeah, I feel like it's more competitive. Moving forward. I mean, yeah, like you said, I think it could be anybody's race. There's no clear favorite. So we just have to keep going and keep working hard, because anybody could pull it off. So hoping that it will be me. So that's the plan moving forward. And of course, like you said, yes, Justin Gatlin will be around. So he's always a veteran. So you just got to watch out for him.
On that note, Andre de Grasse, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you on the airways this evening as we look not really back, but just on the previous chapters of your career. There's many, no doubt there's many future chapters that have yet to be written in the career of Andre de Grasse. You're still maybe not, you're still in your prime, yet to even find your peak. And Andre, we wish you all the best in your future endeavours, and no doubt we'll be seeing you on our TV screens in Olympic finals for many years to come. Take care, Andre de Grasse.
All right, thank you.